Everybody, welcome back to our episode of FSi DFS Fantasy Baseball Picks. I'm Rich Motor1. If you're looking for the early slate, then pause the video, go to our channel, and I did that one earlier. But this is going to be the main slate starting at 6:40 p.m. First game, weather, Baltimore, Cincinnati, same thing as last night. Maybe a delay. They should be able to get the game in. It should taper off if it's a delay and should be able to play. So you have John Means coming back from the IL, hasn't pitched this season, but has pitched in AAA. His first couple starts were a little rusty, but his last one was a masterpiece. He went 7. I think he struck out like 8 batters. Um, did really well. So I think up against the Cincinnati team that's top 4 in strikeouts here, definitely in play here. And he is stretched out. They said there's no concerns or pitch count on him. Andrew Abbott has struggled. Baltimore, as pointed out when I talked about Rendon on the last video a couple days ago. One of our viewers astutely said that Baltimore has been elite against left-handed pitching. And even though some of the home runs were wind-aided, they rose to the challenge and definitely got to Rendon and put up some runs on him. It's in the Great American Small Park. Wind's blowing in a little bit, but 75 degrees, even in the rain and stuff. I think Baltimore can still hit the ball pretty good here. So definitely love the bats there. And Cincinnati, they're actually up against a right-hander, are relatively cheap. Besides Cruz and Steer, the rest of this team is like all in like the 3 to 4K range. So definitely can easily make a stack of them. So I hope this game plays because I'd like the bats on both sides, and means maybe I'll take a shot in GPP, but I'm not touching Abbott as a pitcher. Texas and the Warriors, Dane Dunning and Waka. Waka's a fade. He's just not good anymore. And Texas is probably one of my favorite offenses here besides Baltimore on the day. Kansas City was put up some runs last night, and Dane Dunning's okay. There's like so many people in the medium range here that I think you can consider him, but I think Kansas City's been hot, so it'd probably be more a GPP play for me on the small slate. That wise, Texas favorite, and then Kansas City definitely like them. Perez has hit and in many straight games, so he's on a hot streak. So definitely even a righty on righty, leave him in your sets. The Mets and the Tampa Bay played a football game last night. The scoring was crazy in that way. Mets bring up their top prospect, Christian Scott. He's not in the player pool yet, but just keep your eye on it because they might put him in. I don't think he's in there, but maybe he is. When I originally looked at it, he was not. So if he is, that's fine. I like him against Tampa Bay. Give him a shot. He's been pretty good. Let's tell here on the Mets have been Jekyll and Hyde, so I think you got to consider him. If you're paying up, I'm probably going Gilbert or Glasnow, but on a small slate, they definitely have to be in play. It is a hitter's park, or it is a pitcher's park here in the dome, so definitely something that's going to help both pitchers here. Bat wise, I think Tampa Bay makes a compelling GPP against this rookie pitcher. They don't have a book on him, but if they could get to him quite early, although the Mets bullpen has been decent. So once they get past that, that could shut them down. But both teams use a lot of bullpen with all the runs given up yesterday. And then on the Mets side, I think they make another cheap stack against if you like leave off like Alonso, but Alonso only like 5-1. Everybody else is like in 4K range here. So the Mets are not expensive at all. Seattle and Houston, another probably a good pitching duel here. Logan Gilbert, Framber Gilvez. I think if you're paying up Gilbert, if you look at his number, he almost looks matchup. I know Houston doesn't have a lot of strikeouts, but there have been a couple good pitchers against Houston recently that have Houston's bottom K rate, but I can't remember who they were, but I looked back and I saw there were a couple of pitchers in the box score that actually had manufactured some good strikeouts against Houston because they're a decent pitcher. So I think you can get strikeouts against Houston and Houston hasn't been the Houston lineup. Again, sleeping giants, they're always there. They always have the potential, but to be elite, but haven't seen it all the time. So, and Valdez on the other side against Seattle starting to wake up a little bit. They had some guys that you would not think hit home runs, like Moore and I think Blanco last night hit them, but they were like real cheap ones. I think the one only went like 375 feet, and they were joking because they said like a major league home run is usually like on average 400 feet. So only in this park in that situation. And like the launch angle too, like it's usually 90 degrees. I think it was like 73 degrees. So it's just like a line drive. So I don't see like Seattle like having this like new power surge, even though they had a couple home runs last night. And I don't think it's going to happen again. Valdez should be a pretty strong play and probably one of my favorite pitchers on the slate and price point per dollar. Offenses, I think they'd just both be leveraged because I think both pitchers would have a bunch of ownership. San Diego and Arizona, you have King events Passat. King, it's a tale of two pitchers. King started out decent and has been struggling recently. Fadat started out horrible and has been pitching well recently. So San Diego made a trade, but I don't think that they'll have Perez from the Marlins in their lineup yet. But they didn't lose anybody. They traded away a bunch of prospects. So I think that they'll be bat wise, like King, I'm not gonna touch. So that I think I'll entertain. I mean King I've put in the cheap ranges on a small slate. I think you gotta consider some of them, but I might not even go there. I might just pay up for pitching and try to get the value in the bats on the slate. So San Diego, I think, is interesting, and Arizona, I think they're both interesting GPP plays against the pitchers. It could go either way, so I probably in GPPs just by stacking each one of them just in case. Braves and Dodgers, a really good matchup. Hopefully, the matchup for potentially for the NLCS, but we'll see. Uh, Elder has been good since he's come back up. But he gets the Dodgers. Glasnow has been almost matchup proof too, but he gets the Braves. So we'll just have to see which way things go with that one. Uh, Elder, I think you can maybe take a shot at 7K as SP2 and GPPs. Glasnow, I like Gilbert better in the matchup, but if you can get up to the 10K, I'm fine. And then I think the Dodgers have the better matchup here, even though the Braves get the ninth inning and an extra inning guaranteed for them. So I think the Dodgers would be my third favorite stack. And then Atlanta would be leverage against Glasnow. So how did I build here? For cash, I took, and I'm hoping that the Cincinnati Baltimore games to play because I love the stacking. I said Cincinnati, the righties against the lefty are so cheap they make it work. So give me Mountcastle, India, Westberg, Fairchild, Sears, Santander, whoever you want to round off. I believe I was able to make a full stack of the game. And then Valdez and Gilbert, I'm paying up for pitching because in cash, I want that floor and I love the bats that I get with the lineup. I'm very happy with that. For GPP, I'm probably going to take a shot on Scott if he's in the player pool. If not, then maybe I'll take a shot on Means. We'll see there, but I want to stack the Kansas City and the Texas game. I just really like the bats there. Perez has been hot, Pasquantino's been hot, Massey's been hot, Josh Smith has been actually hot, and it for Texas and makes it work there at third base, and Witt and Garcia, and then you can fill in however you want to the rest, depending on who your SP two is. And I said the same thing with the day slate. Maybe you just want to pay up for pitching on all of this and try to avoid like taking a chance on King or Elder. Ebb and Walker are definitely the fades on the slate. And I mean, there's questions with Means, Fadat, and Dunning definitely, and Scott if he's there in the players pool. So I think like Gilbert and Valdez are the solidest ones. Glasnow, if you can get to him, and Littell has potential too. So that's what I got for you. If you have any questions, put them in the chat below. Hit me with Regular31 on Twitter. Check out the day video. Check out the truck speculation video I did for it. There's lots of things on our channel. So if you haven't subscribed yet, do that. And you'll know when the videos are coming out. Share with your friends and like them if they're helping you. And I hope you have a great day sports-wise. If you want more information on FSi DFS, you can go into the description of the video and it goes to our pricing page. Only $6 covers everything. We get you all the MLB, the showdown slate for NBA, the showdown slate for hockey. We usually have soccer going all day long on Saturday. The NASCAR truck race tonight, 8 p.m. $6 get you coverage for everything for the full day. They'll probably if you subscribe now, we'll get you the PGA showdown course for tomorrow too. So. And if you subscribe like in the middle of the day, you'll probably get the baseball course for tomorrow also, because it's not by the physical day. It's a good 24-hour thing. So that's what I got for you. Thanks for watching. Good luck in your contest. Have an amazing weekend. I'll see you.